Friends, welcome back. Big Dino Plays Primal, episode something, fighting this big frost guy, the Mamuraak. Look at him. He's a big frosty boy. What a cool guy. We'll fight him. Mamuraak. Loving this game. We're getting close to the finish point soon. Which is good. Play a few more challenges maybe, and then we'll be back with a new game. Something. Probably. Made a few changes to the characters. We're taking the winged cannon, so we're going to move around, which is nice. Want to try and avoid being threatened, so I felt like that was good. Plus this guy is vulnerable to feathers. And then over here, we've gone for the crystal armor and the crystal spear, which is nice. I don't think I've used them, so that should be fun. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Very nice. And here. Yeah, looking forward to finishing this campaign. It's been great playing these two characters. Really interesting. 3, 4, 5. And yeah, very much enjoyed. So we've got some ice terrain, which means if you're threatened at the end of your round, you exile a card from the top of your deck. Potentially might use this Yundarox, which allows us to gain +3 damage for each of our exiled cards until the end of the round. So that's an option for us. Over here, we're starting with all this sort of stuff. So the glaciation level goes up. If this buffhead moves, he's triggering 2 of these. So maybe we won't move, maybe we will. Let's get into it. I'd really like to get some red. So we're going to suffer 1 damage at the start of our turn to draw a card. Nice. And we're going to reveal a green from our hand to move for free. So she's going to move over to here. So then we will play a barrage of bullets, which is a red, discarding this swift deflection. And that allows us to draw 1 when we play that. And we are going to spend, I really want to spend more than 1 bullet here. Yeah. We'll spend a bullet. Just 1. I want to spend 2 so that I trigger my hail of bullets, but if I do that I can only draw 1. We'll spend 2. 1, 2. Actually, we might spend 3 so I can tactically reload. So that deals, just by the way, we're playing the hard variant, the nightmare variant again. So, yes, barrage of bullets. Our weapon damage is 6. We've spent 3 bullets so we can move 3 times, or move. We are going to move back into the front position so we're not threatened. And when we move, we deal 3 damage. So 1, 2, 3 for moving. Plus 4 for each bullet, which is 12, so that's 15. Plus the weapon damage of 6, which is 21. Nice, powerful start. We'll play draw. So if your bullet track level is 1 or higher, draw 2 instead. Huh. Maybe I'll just do that. So we're going to take 4 damage off, so we're 17. Good to know. I'll then play pressing shot, discarding this exertion. That's a blue, so it removes the struggle. And we can draw 1, 2. Ooh, we can pick 2 bullets to inflict blind, but this is immune to blind. That card occupies the next sequence. That's awful. We'll play Prompt Reflexes, discarding Cover Fire, which is a yellow. That allows us to draw one. We'll play Recharging, which is a blue, and we're going to discard Blinding Fire to do that. That allows us to reload two, so we've spent that. And we'll keep these two cards in hand to end a turn with a stamina. We do have the option to look for a red. Let's look for a red. No, let's look for a red. Yes. We'll play Gunfire, which is a red, and we will spend a bullet to increase the damage this attack deals by 6. So that's 6 and 6, which is 12, which is 29. We have the option to move and deal 3 damage, but we will not do so. So we end our turn, we flip a 1. We've played 1, so we suffer no damage. And we draw back up, 1, 2, 3. Got some green so we can move for free. So we didn't play a green, we didn't empty our deck, and the monster is not moving. So that's a good start for us. There's no quick refresh here, is there? No. So we're over here. So do we want to move? Don't think we want to move. We don't have any ability to overrun. When a behaviour card is revealed, you may discard this to immediately overrun the monster. Not going to be able to do that. So, alright. We don't have 3 cards of the same colour. We don't have 3 blues. So we will simply draw, we'll discard Returning Blade to move over here to the rock section. We don't want to exile cards just yet. We'll look for a red. It's not a red. We'll look for a red. It's not a red. We'll play Dance Step, which is a blue, discarding Divert. And then we'll play Double Strike, which is a red, discarding this green. We're then going to draw 1 card, and if it's a red, we draw an additional card, so we're not going to do that. So playing the red deals 5 damage, which takes it to 34. Plus, we also deal 6, which is 40, because of our Battle Dance. We did not trigger this or this. So we do have the option to chain here. We're going to trigger most of those anyway. So yeah, we'll chain. That's a red. It counts as a red for Battle Dance. So that's going to be another 10 damage, which takes it to 20. So we've done our first wound, but now we do the attrition check. It's another 1, so we suffer no damage. But we have to do this. We emptied our deck. He does not. And now Mamuraak is going to turn to face us here, which is going to trigger this one. Come on, Dano, pick it up. Each player in the rear sector, if there are no players in the rear sector, suffer damage unless they can reveal a blue. We have a blue, so we're fine. And then we'll do this one as well. And that's the same, and we can still reveal a blue. No, we discard. Cool. So we'll discard this. That allows us to reload 1. Done. So that's the end of the round triggering now. Unfortunately, the timing of that doesn't work in our favour, but we don't exile cards, so that's good. It's the next round, and so we will mark the round. Mamuraak's going to gain 2 struggle, and we are going to behaviour refresh this. Ooh, did I have to do a frost? We did reveal a frost here, which is this one. So when a behaviour card with frost is revealed, each player takes the top card of their deck and places it face down in front of them. that card occupies the first slot in their sequence. That's unfortunate. I need to draw that one actually. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Done, and then this one occupies the first slot in our sequence. Okay, so we now have to think about what we want to do over here with potions. So do we want to play... This target acquisition is a good card. We've got full bullets. We can move for free. It could be a good time to go for it, but no, I think we'll hold fire. We'll hold fire there. That's a good card. That's a great card. That one's not as good, but yeah, okay. Maybe we will... No, we're going to do nothing over here. So, unfortunately, we're triggering both of these, which is going to gain a struggle. And we'll do this one first. All players take a disrupt token. If you suffer damage this turn, you suffer damage -2. That is tragic. Here's a disrupt token. Got another one, Deno. Man, that is bad. So then this one gains 2 struggle. So all of a sudden we're up to 5 struggle. The active player skips their movement phase this turn, and parry cards do not count for the attrition check. Parry cards being yellow cards. Good. Alright, well we can play some stealth here. Which means we're not going to trigger anything. Let's look for a red. We don't have 3 blues, so we'll look for a red. We have a red. Look for another red. It's not a red. So let's play Shadow Strike, which is a blue, removes a struggle. And then we will play Echoing Blades, discarding this reactive defense. So that will do, first of all, 6 damage from our thing, and then 5 damage from our weapon, which is 31. So we're at 1, and we've done our second wound. Not triggering anything there. And then we'll chain this, which is a red. So that allows us to increase our sequence limit by 1. It's going to deal another 5 damage. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And we get to draw 2 and discard a card from our hand. 1, 2. We'll discard this offensive attitude. Yep. And then we're going to play Piercing Strike. We can chain that off a green. It just does a lot of damage. I think we've got to do that. Yeah, we'll play Piercing Strike, discarding our green. This doesn't count for shit, so, but we've got the rock. We didn't move, so we're threatened. That's a shame. No, that's worthwhile though, because that's going to deal 15 damage, which takes us to 21 and gets us very close to our 3rd wound, bringing on the next stage. Okay, so threatened. We flip 2 of these. Let's look at this timing phase actually. Attrition phase. So it's a 1 or a 1. So we are definitely suffering damage. So now we trigger this one. The active player becomes threatened. We are already threatened, and we exile where X is equal to the glaciation unless they have 4 or more face-up action cards in their sequence. We do. So we don't do that one. We are going to suffer damage times 2, which is 4 damage. So we're down to 17. We exile the top card of our deck because we end the round, but we will draw 1, 2, 3, 4. And then we shuffle this. And then we exile this card. Mamuraak is already facing us. We did have the option to use a rock there, but I think we'll save that for later. Have an assist here? We do have an assist. We have a lot of assists. We might play this green to assist over here. So we draw one card. This goes away. All right, we can reveal a green to move for free. So we'll move over here to where she is, so we're no longer threatened. Yellows don't count in our sequence, only greens. So we're going to play target assist, which is a red. And we're going to discard this quick reload to do that. That's search your deck for a blue and add it to your hand. We'll grab pressing shot. I'm going to search your deck for a card. Yeah. Thunderous shot, that's a good one. All right, so the red itself deals 6 damage, goes to 27. We know there's no more reds in there, so we're not going to do that. Oh, we are going to choose to draw one with scale armor. Doesn't really matter too much, but okay. So then we're going to play Vanguard, discarding replenishment. No, we're going to discard this stamina token. We can reveal a blue from hand. There's a blue. That allows us to draw 2. Now, before I go any further, I need to take 2 damage because we emptied our deck and also add a token to this. And then we trigger this card. Mamuraak gains struggle equal to the active player's number of exiled cards. We have 0 struggle. 0 exiled cards on this active player. So now we're going to play Thunderous Bullets, or Thunderous Shot rather, discarding this Haul of Bullets. We're going to spend 3 bullets. That allows us to draw 3 cards. 1, 2, 3. Which means we flip our deck, which means we suffer damage. We still have not played a defense card in our sequence yet. That's all right. 2 damage. 1, 2. We're down to 0 bullets. Oh yeah, and that decreases the maneuver by 4. So that's 0 struggle left, which is nice. And then we will play this green, which is called Replenishment. It's a 1 cost, and we will play this assist to do it. We reload X at the end of our action phase, and we count as having 3 cards in our deck. So I'm going to cancel this. We need a 2. We've flipped the 5 ones. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So every single card after this is either a 0, 2, or a 3. So no damage. This one triggers, which is the attrition check. Did I do the damage from this? Yep, we don't do that because we had a green in our sequence. And now we're going to trigger this one at the end of our phase, which we'll do in a moment. So that goes away. These go away. We're flipping Hail of Bullets. All right, so we move to turn 3. We go 1 and 1. We do Behavior Refresh. Both of these go away. This one goes here. This one goes here. We go to 3 struggle. This gets shuffled. Oh. Yep. Let's see if we're going to unveil any frost cards in these ones. The first one, no frost. He gains 2 struggle, 1, 2. The active player skips their movement phase this turn. Parry cards do not count for the attrition this turn. That was actually only for the turn, not the round. And this one, all players take a disrupt token. Well, fuck me. Okay. So we skip our movement phase this turn. So that's okay. So we become threatened immediately. We're going to suffer a damage to draw a card. All right, so we're going to start with this blue. It's a strafing card and it's free. So that means we can spend a bullet, 1, to deal 6 damage, which will trigger the next stage. 33. It will remove a struggle. And you may immediately move without paying any stamina cost. And then, because we reloaded, because we do that, sorry. I think I want to play quick shot first to remove another. No, that's silly. Yep. Cool, so we're down to 3, which means we've done the 7th wound, which means we move to the next stage. So Mamuraak, next stance. Increase the glaciation level and Mamuraak is going to unleash. So we're at glaciation level 2. We're going to reveal this card, which says, when it unleashes, each player exiles the top card of their deck. So we are exiling this card and this card. And then if we have 7 exiled cards, we are knocked out. So we did not reveal a frost card, so that's fine. Do we play quick shot and get that card back? Probably not. Got any draw cards? Nope. We have to use dodges to avoid damage this turn. So I think we moved. So we've removed our threatened, which is fine. Let's play quick shot. Allows us to put this card back into our deck. Let's shuffle that. And let's look for a red. No, let's look for a red. No. All right, well, we'll play this green, which is strategic support, and we will discard this red. We reload 2, we don't need to reload 2. We'll play negation, which is a red. That's going to deal 6 damage. We didn't spend 2 bullets, and so we don't get to do our extra bonus damage. We played 2 defense cards into our sequence, which is not going to be enough because of the disruption token, and the yellow didn't count anyway. We do gain a stamina token. We go up to 13. Oh no, we suffer damage, we suffer times 2. We might use the rock. The rock. 1, 2. So that's 6 damage, that's pretty big. And because we've triggered that, this goes here. Oh, and I also need to trigger that green one. We do have a green, so we're fine. Speaking of the green, he does, which means we exile the top card of our deck. So, is that all players? Oh, that is punishing. Got 3 exile cards over here, so let's play a couple of blues together, I reckon. Any frost? No frost. All right. it took us to 9 because we dealt 6 damage. Any assists? Yeah. We're going to exert. So we get to draw an assist. Give me a blue. No. Alright. I need to play 2 blues so that I can pull cards back into hand. I didn't end with a stamina. I really need to overrun. I really need to play 2 blues. This is a challenge. I need to play 2 blues in a row. Alright, we'll look for a red. Are we going to move? We're not going to move. So we'll look for a red. Yes, we'll look for a red. Yes. Okay. We've got some options now. So we're not moved, so we become threatened, but that's okay. So we're going to start with this Echoing Blades, which is a red, discarding Reactive Defense. And that red will deal 7 damage, which takes us to 16. Because of our Dragon Wings. And then we are threatened, so we've definitely taken damage this turn, I think, because of our Disrupt token. And then we're going to play this Double Strike, which is a red, discarding Wall of Blades. So we're going to draw 2 and then discard a card from our hand. 1, 2. We'll discard the green. That counts as 2 for Battle Dance, so that's going to deal another 7, which takes us to 23. What are we now? 36. And because we've done 2 cards in our Battle Dance, that is another 6, which is 29. And then we'll play Dancing, discarding, discarding, how many blues have I got? Surely I'll draw a blue here. I'm going to discard Crossover. I need to draw a blue. If I don't draw a blue, this is an awful plan. We draw 3. 1, come on, Dano, 2, yes, 3. That's just worked out perfectly. That's 4 blues in our sequence, which deals 10. 39. So we've done another wound. And he's got 3. It's going to be a good turn for her. 4 wounds. Then we're going to chain this, which is a blue. So that's going to remove that. It's going to allow us to shuffle these 2 back into our deck. Our sequence limit is about to get bigger. Is it? Oh, I don't think it is. No, our sequence limit isn't bigger. That's okay. We can just play this red, discarding this yellow, which is a chained red. So that increases our sequence limit by 1. That counts as 6, which is 14, plus another 7, which is 21. So that's 24. Good turn from Karah. And that's it. We could do that, but we won't. Actually, we're better off doing that because we're not playing any more cards. We keep 3 in hand. We gain a stamina. We are still threatened. So that's fine. We're taking attrition damage, which is doubled. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. The zero's on top though. That's actually pretty important. 3 cards in hand. 1, 2. Disruption token goes away. We are still threatened, which means we exile the top card of our deck. That one's gone away. Surely one of those was an aggro, yes. So this comes over here. He doesn't turn to face, but he does trigger this attrition check one. We're already threatened. We had 4 or more face-up cards in our sequence, so we're fine. Turn 4. Gain 2 struggle. Behaviour refresh. Those 2 stay. This one comes in, gains another struggle. And we'll shuffle this deck. We are going to consume the Aylmore over here. Ooh, do we do something interesting? Do we consume our Aylmore and heal Karah, and then consume our Luminera? Can we get 3 blues? No, we can't. It's not worth it unless we can get 3 blues. So we'll consume our Aylmore here. That's going to heal us 8 damage, so we go to 17. So Aylmore, do we consume this Netherus? No. We do not have to trigger anything this turn if we play this carefully and correctly. We have not overrun the monster once. One, 2, 3, 4, 5 reds. So we do have reds. We want to look to draw cards. So yeah, we're not going to move. So we're going to draw for a red. Nope. Draw for a red. No. Okay. We'll start with a green, discarding our stamina token to draw 1. Do we just play defense here? Yeah. We'll play this green, which is a freebie. And then we'll play Crescent Strike, discarding Offensive Attitude. That's going to deal 7 damage, which takes us to 31. Needing another 5 to do a wound. We can chain this, which counts as a red for Battle Dance purposes. So we'll do that. We haven't yet revealed the 3, so this is going to protect us from that. That also deals 6 damage because of our Battle Dance. 5 wounds. We end the turn with a blue. We keep a stamina. We're flipping this, a 2 and a 3. We suffer no damage. We exile the top card of our deck, which happens at the end of our turn. So these go away. This one, these 2 are drawn. Okay, now we're in shape. So we're then going to add another token to the Dragon Wings. We're going to suffer 2 damage, 1, 2. We're going to shuffle these. Haven't played a blue, so we need to play some blues over here. 1, 2, oh my god, alright. And now we exile because we ended threatened. So that next turn is going to be pretty good. We're going to make him vulnerable. Alright, here. We're not going to move. We're going to spend this blue pressing shot, discarding our stamina token. We become threatened, but because we're now spending a bullet, we're not spending a bullet, we're going to draw 2 first. 1, 2, and now we're going to spend a bullet. So we'll now go barrage of bullets, which is a red, and we're going to discard a long range for that, which is a green. We'll spend a bullet, 1 bullet. No, we'll spend 2 bullets. Yep, 2 bullets, so that's going to deal 4, 8, and 6 is 14, so that's 15 damage. Because we've spent 2 bullets, we're going to move. We're going to look for a red, and look for a red. No, so that gets discarded. We're drawing a card from our... Oh, lovely. Okay, we will then play Recharging, discarding Blinding Fire to remove a struggle and reload for 2. So we have triggered our 10 damage. We're then going to play Gunfire and spend a bullet. That allows us to move back into position, so we're not threatened. But we are probably in line for some damage here. I actually could have moved just by revealing a green. So it doesn't really matter, but we didn't need to do it in quite that way. It's fine, so we've removed that. This is going to deal 6 plus 6 is 12, that's 27. And that's it. So we're going to end our turn. We're going to obviously suffer damage unless this is a 0. It's not a 0. So we suffer 1, 2, 3. We discard these. We gain a stamina token. We draw 1. We suffer 1, 2. We shuffle these, and then at the end of our turn, he's going to spend 10. He's going to suffer 10 damage because we spent 2 bullets. Not bad. 1, 2, and I'm pretty sure that I played the aggro there, so that's fine. So not turning to face, so we're just going to trigger this end of the round 1. There is 1, so we have to exile 1 card. 2 cards, 1, 2, oh no. 5 cards. We need to get them back. 1, no, 2. Okay, so it's now the next turn. This goes to 3, this goes to 5. We're unfortunately refreshing both of these. That had a frost, so we had to exile another card. Oh no. Oh, here and here. So starting here, we're going to take a potion, I think. Yep. We're going to take our Imperia to draw 2. 1, 2. We have no blues. And we might... Oh, Indorok's exile. Exile a card from your hand. Your weapon gets +3 damage. How many cards we got? 6. If we do that, we die. So we're not doing that one. Do we want a potion? The only potion we can do is Luminera, which is all players in your sector search the deck for a card of choice and add it to their hand, then those players shuffle their decks. I think we will. We'll look for... What do we want to look for? this pressing shot, I think. All right. We're starting here. We are going to trigger this behaviour card. And we're taking Disrupt and doubling our damage this turn. That's okay. We're now over here. We're critical health, so we are going to take one card and draw one card. We can reveal a green to move for free, so we will reveal a green to move for free. And then we're going to play Target Acquisition, which is 2 cost. And we're going to discard Quick Reload to do that. That's a red. It deals 6 damage. 33. We get to search our deck for an offensive card, or a blue card rather, and add it to our hand. It's going to be a blue, I can tell you now. So it's going to be recharging. Or do we go Suppressing Fire? Yeah, we'll go Suppressing Fire. Suppressing Fire! So we'll play Suppressing Fire. That's a 3, so we remove a struggle. We'll then reduce the next stamina cost of our next card by 1. So we're going to remove that. We're going to shuffle 2 of these back into our deck. 1, 2. So we played 2 blues. And that also allows us to draw 2. Which we will. 1, 2. We will then play a Thunderous Shot, which is another blue, so we get to pop these ones back into our deck. Actually, I don't know if that's the right play, Deno. Let's retract that for a second and think about it. Yeah, let's play Prompt. No, I think we need to play this Tactical Reload. We'll reload 3. Now let's just play Gunfire. It's a red. We'll spend a bullet. That deals a total of 6 plus an additional 6, so that's 12, which is 45, which is a wound, which takes him down to his 4th wound, because it's only 36, so that is 9. And we are triggering the final stance on Mamuraak. Mamuraak. 22. When revealed, increase the glaciation level to 3. This goes on top of the deck. And he gains 2 struggle. Mamuraak gains 2 struggle. We'll just shoot him with a Blinding Fire, keeping all these cards in hand. Discarding this, it deals 6 damage. We're at 15. We can't do anything else. We've played 5 cards in our sequence. We're not threatened, so we're going to use the Rock to suffer no damage. And then we reveal this Attrition Check 1, which says the active player becomes threatened. We do have 4 or more face-up cards in our sequence, so we're fine. And we exile 3 cards from the top of our deck. 1, 2, 3. We need to get this shit done. Alright, we're going to discard Prompt Reflexes. He turns to face Karah. We discarded the Rock, so we suffer no damage. Gain a stamina token back. Also spent 2 bullets. Have another 10 damage, you pest. Alright, this is the turn we need to get things done. We're assisting to draw a card. We need to get cards back into hand very quickly. Oh, So are we going to move? We don't want to become threatened. So yes, we'll move because we can't afford to exile any more cards. We'll discard that to move to here. We are in the start of our turn, and so we have this many blue cards in hand. So we can draw one and reveal colour of that card. Yellow. We can't do anything with that. Oh yeah, no, we do. We draw one and that comes into our hand. Now we have 3 or more blue in our hand, and so we are going to discard Dance Step from our hand, and that inflicts 9 damage. If it inflicts a wound, inflict vulnerable. It doesn't inflict a wound. Okay, do we still want to do that? 9 damage. Takes us to 34 of 44. No, it's not worth it if we can't inflict a wound. Let's just do some Dance Steppin' baby. Alright, Returning Blade. So yeah, let's start with a cut through, discarding Returning Blade. You may immediately overrun the monster. We will overrun the monster, so we put a token on Piercing Dash. That is a blue, and so it removes a struggle. We're going to play another blue. Oh no, we're going to discard Shadow Strike, which allows us to draw 2 because we've overrun the monster. 1, 2. Then, that may not have been the right play. Then we'll play Dance Step, discarding this swing. Yep. So that will do another struggle, and it will allow us to shuffle 2 of these cards back into our deck. We'll take these 2 reds, thank you very much. It will also deal 6 damage to take it to 31 because we played 2 blues. Then we're going to play Dancing, which is another blue, discarding Reactive Defense. We get to shuffle 2 more cards back into our sequence. We'll go this and this, or back into our deck, I should say. And then we get to draw 3. 1, 2, 3. And then we'll look for a red in our deck. That's a red, and again, that's a red. We'll play Scythe, which is going to allow us to chain a red. That's going to deal 9 damage, which takes us to 40, plus 10, which takes us to 50. So we've got 6, and we've done another wound. And then we will play Crescent Strike, which chains off a red, which deals another 9 to take us to 15. And then we will finish this off with a Piercing Strike, which is a red. We're going to discard Dancing Shield. So that is going to deal another 9, which is 24, plus 14, which is 38, because we got to the end of our thing. And that is a good turn where we are about to suffer damage. Oh, and you may immediately overrun the monster, which we will, to flip Piercing Dash, and we end up back in front. Is this a 0? it's not. We suffered damage, but that's it. So that's doubled, so it's 6, so we're down to 9. Okay, I think that was worthwhile. 1, 2. So let's go on to turn 6. We're behaviour refreshing this one out of there. This one comes here. We know what that is. That's Glacial Bite. And we're going to trigger this. So that's Frost, so we have to put a top card of our deck into our pile. 1, 1. All players skip their movement phase this round. That's bad. We have the option to do something now, which I think we will do. And that is reveal a card over here. We're going to consume our Aylmore to heal her for 5 because I think we're in trouble unless we don't do that. Or heal her for 8. She's on 9, so she's going to go to 17. Yeah. When a behaviour card is revealed, you may discard this from your hand to immediately overrun the monster. So we're going to overrun the monster. That removes our threatened token, and it also, we can deal our base weapon damage, which is 5, or we can draw 1. We'll draw 1. We have a stamina token, so we're going to play Echoing Blades using our stamina token. Which is going to deal 9 damage. We had 38. That's nice. 44. 9 damage, so 4. So we're on 5. We've done another wound, down to 2. This is going to need to be a big turn, Dano. We draw 2 and discard 1 from our hand. Draw 1, 2. We're going to discard this Twin Blades, which is a blue, because that is going to deal our weapon damage. Our weapon damage now, because we've cycled through our deck, is 11. So that's 16. This gets shuffled. We also deal another 6 because of the 2 cards in sequence. And then we'll play, we'll look for a red. No, we'll look for a red. No. We'll play Finesse, which is a green. We're going to discard this Twist, which allows us to draw 2. 1, 2. There we go. That does trigger this card though, which is, he does not have that much struggle, luckily for us. We'll play a Crescent Strike, and we're going to discard Twin Blades to play that. So that is going to deal 11 damage, 33. Doesn't trigger anything. We'll then play Run Through, which allows us to immediately overrun the monster, which will allow us to draw 1. And that is all I can do. So we're not suffering damage, but we have these attrition checks cards to do. Actually, I'm not going to overrun the monster there. I'm going to stay because I want the monster to not turn. All right, first one. the active player becomes threatens. So we don't do that, that's fine. And we don't do that, that's fine. 1, 2. This guy turns to face, which is going to trigger our card, unfortunately. So we draw 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Then we exile that. We have 4 cards in our exile pile. And that's all. And then we're flipping this one. Come on, Dano. We just need to do, we haven't got a lot of damage left. We can reveal a blue from our hand, so that's fine. Okay. We can reveal a green from hand to move for free, so we will do that. We need to play blues. How do we get blues, Dano? Have we got any assists? Please have an assist. I didn't think so. We need to play 2 blues or we're exiling a card and getting knocked out. We've got some reds in here. Okay. So our best play is tactical reload, discarding our stamina token, moves us up to 3, and we'll discard this replenishment to do that. Then we will play Thunderous Shot, discarding strategic support, spending these 3, and that allows us, oh, we need to trigger this one. Come on, Dano. Mamuraak is gaining 6 struggle, which means he's unleashing, which means we are going to thingy a card. 1, 2, 3. Unfortunately, that knocks her out. That was going to be a pretty good turn too, actually. So we're going to play Vanguard, discard that, reveal that. Let's draw 3. 1, 2, 3. That's the card we needed, negation. All right, well, she's knocked out. That's a shame. We did spend 2 bullets, which would deal 10 damage, but it doesn't because she's knocked out. And that is it. This triggers at the end of the round. So we have to exile top card of our deck. I know, place it face down in front of us, that's right. Don't do that. This goes away, this comes back in. We got 3 struggle. And we've got all 3 of those cards triggering. Well, at this point, we drink our Yundaroks and we get +3 damage for each of our exiled cards this round. So we'll exile this reactive defense. This is an interesting turn of events. Let's see what these do. All players skip their movement phase this turn, and this goes in here. All players take a disrupt token. If we suffer attrition damage, that's fine. And he gains 2 struggle. We skip our movement phase and parry cards don't count. 1, 2, 3. We'll look for the top card of our deck and see if it's a red. It is a red. We shuffle, and this now goes to its maximum firepower, which is 12 damage. I think we do it in like 2 hits, don't we? We've skipped the movement phase. Okay, so let's just calculate how much damage we're doing. Let's look for another red. No. Do we have 3 blues in hand? We do have 3 blues in hand. Does a 9 do a wound? No, it's too short, you fucking idiot. So at the moment, our weapon is dealing 13, plus because we drunk this, 13, 16, 19, 22, 25, 28. So our weapon's dealing 2 damage. 2 attacks will do the job. So we'll just play Returning Blade, which is a 0. We play Piercing Strike, discarding Dance Step, and that is 28 and 28, 54 damage. Boom, boom. We didn't complete it without it losing a player, but we did knock them out. But we did win, which is nice. So, Mamuraak. Get out of here, you pest. The only reason we controlled our health well, the only reason we lost there was the exiled card. So that was, yeah. That's a good challenging fight, actually. If you're not controlling the exile, you really need to play a lot of blues there. Wow. What a cool game. Let's go over here. What do we got in this section, friends? Let's see. So we have defeated the Tomb of Ice, and we earned a reward card. Northern Star. Exile top card of your deck to prevent damage. Probably not getting used, but what is this one? When you avoid attrition damage. Ooh, that's going to Karah for sure. All right, we've done it. We've made it to level 3s. And we're definitely going to fight this snake in the Dark Swamp, which is very exciting. All right, level 3s it is, so let's push on. If we just have a look here, I'll show you where we're at with our Valor track. We're doing okay on the Valor track, this little challenge. So we've only had 1 defeat. So that one was the first time we tried it, so that is 30 and 1. So Valor is at currently 30. Not too bad. I've done Nightmare variants on the last 2, which has definitely made a challenge. I think Nightmare is a really good addition to the game for someone like me who plays a lot of games and has a very strong analytical approach to things. Being able to calculate the right approach is something that holds me in good stead in games like this, where there's a lot of maths and sequencing and stuff. So having a stronger variant that you can add to the game to really maximise the challenge, if that is what you so desire, is great. I've always felt like games are at their best when you're on a knife's edge from losing. That's usually when it feels most exciting and you enjoy it the most. So that's it. 3 episodes, 8, 9, 10 Awakened, 4 episodes to go, and we'll be finished this campaign. So I'll catch you all then. Big down out.